Hello, Real Life Ministries. This next week we begin a series called Built to Last. And I just want to really encourage you to not do what's normal. Here's what's normal. People are so busy in their life just dealing with whatever comes up. They're trying to get their kids to sports. They're trying to help their kids with their grades. They're doing all these things that take up their time, their hobbies, whatever. And they're not understanding that when it comes to parenting, building a home, there are so many proactive things that need to happen to get you on the right track and keep you on the right track. And so because they don't do proactive things, they don't get involved in up and coming events that will help them in the most important areas, they just don't have time. They don't make time. And then a tragedy happens. Something happens in their life, in their home, in their marriage. And now they've got all the time in the world. But it could have been prevented if they would have just gone back and done some real soul searching, looking at the Word of God, focusing on the right things proactively, going to the right conferences, reading the right books, doing the right things, having the right conversations. That if they'd have had those back then it would have set their feet in order, their steps in a right order to keep them from so many things that happen. You know, I'm dealing right now with this video series or this docu-series with the school. And they had a bunch of kids sign up to come on the docu-series dealing with problems of suicide, thinking about it, tried it. And here, as we were working with the people who are trying to filter through all this stuff, they discovered that many of the kids who were impacted by suicide, had really considered suicide, were some of their best students, were some of their best athletes, kids they would have never seen. It was all under the surface. And what they found is that oftentimes it comes as a complete surprise to the family. And here's the problem. Their parents didn't see it, didn't know about it, didn't ask, didn't even fathom that it could be a question, and then a tragic thing happened. And they were chasing the sports, they were pushing the school, and the grades and all this stuff. Meanwhile, underneath the surface, there's so much going on. And because they weren't proactive, which led them into having the right questions, focusing on the right things, now we've got this tragic situation you can't go back from. And many of those kids, as I was speaking to the principal and some of the kids who signed up, you would have never thought in a million years, but their family thinks everything's fine, and they're just skimming along the top of the surface instead of going deeper and setting a foundation for their homes, their marriages, that can help their kids in the future thrive. I just don't want to get those phone calls in the middle of the night because something happened in your home that you didn't even see coming. Meanwhile, you were busy, too busy to go to this or that, where we would have talked about real foundations, real life things. I'm asking you to not just do what's normal. Show up 1.2 times a month and go about your business as if nothing's going on, as if there's not a spiritual battle, as if there isn't things going on in kids' hearts and minds, maybe your brother or sister or your own family member, maybe your husband or your wife. You're just going along as if what you see physically is all there is. The Bible says, no, there's something far deeper going on. And we want to be aware and take the right steps to make sure that we're doing the right things. Now again, you can do all the right things and somebody can make a bad choice. Somebody can do something stupid. It doesn't even have to be about suicide. It could be about a gambling debt. It could be about something else, marriage infidelity. All these things can happen even if you do the right things. But man, the things we could have prevented if we'll look to the things of God, the deeper things first. I hope you'll come to this series.